Hey, my jazzy fam. Which it's been a long road. It's been a long road. And I'm gonna get these pictures up here some kind of way. But this is Married to Medicine. Season 12, episode 14 is finally the finale, y'all. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. So the scholarship, was it doing or no? Was the scholarships going in or going on or not? Okay. So we are taking up with a montage. Dr. Contessa's driving and she giving medical care all at the same time. And Toya is making lunch for Eugene, chicken tenders and fries for dinner. And I said lunch, I mean dinner. And Dr. Heavenly making Dr. Damon dinner while making Toya references and marking Toya and all that shit. I wish she would get over there because Heavenly, we not kids. We not kids. Get the fuck over it. And she needs to focus on her household and not others' households. That's the thing. Is she a friend of or is she not a friend of? That's what I never could understand. That is what I never could understand. Is she a friend of or is she not a friend of? Ooh, Jesus. So we get to Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie, and they're meeting in the park for lunch like they always do to catch up and I say be messy. And Simone told her about how Kurt asked, how he was just making not even ask. I mean, he addressed King and how he act with King. And then Jackie says that she heard about it and spoke with him in private. Bullshit, girl. Bullshit. It was bullshit. And Simone says she wonders how she will take this because Toya holds grudges, and I'm like, oh, that's the pottle calling the kettle black. Y'all both hold grudges. You hold grudges, Simone, and so do Toya hold grudges. So I'm like, please, 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 please. Pot is here, calling the kettle black. And Simone says that Toya needs to find more ways to be inclusive. And she says that Toya would have Dr. Mimi and Steve for full financial support since they spent $5,000 on the ashtray. Come on now. Ugly ass ashtray that they sent that $5,000 on. Come on now. Oh, goodness. Even though she did go hard on Toya, and we talking about Dr. Mimi and how she did go hard on Toya. And it is not, I mean, it was not asked for, that opinion, because didn't nobody ask Dr. Mimi at all for Toya's opinion. Like, we didn't ask Toya for her opinion either. So Dr. Mimi is still, getting it back, definitely. Gracefully next. Okay. And Dr. Mimi and Steve are at home and she is making spaghetti. And is it good or no? Not, girl. The way you were sitting up there looking and frowning and putting your face up and shit like that. I mean, I come back on camera because I'm like, girl, do you make dinner or do you not? Okay. You can tell that she's not one of my favorites. She definitely is not one of my favorites. Nope, she definitely is not a favorite of mine. And I can gracefully say that. Okay. And then she goes into that she is building, she said that she'll cook more when she moves into her 5 bedroom, over 800 square foot home. And she assures that she will cook more once they move into their home. And she's making it, she said she's going to make a smooth move and keeping, little Stevie cool. And she said that he is in speech therapy and getting better with his sister and handling his sister. And he's not hitting or anything like that. And he is taking it is taking a huge load off of both Dr. Mimi and he. Okay. And Dr. Mimi said that she is looking into putting him in sports. She said that they tried basketball and it didn't work for him. So she said that they're going to try another sport. Mm, hmm. And I'm really for it. I really am because I think that they need to put him in some type of sports or something like that since he's on, a good, he's on a good trail now. So I think that they need to just keep it going and continue to smooth, moves and the smooth, putting in everything smoothly. Okay. And 48 hours until the Med Gala, not Met Gala, MED dog gala. Hmm. So Eugene and Toy and the boys, they're moving, Eugene into his new workspace, which is 20 minutes away from his home. And it is way bigger than the closet that Contessa tried to give him. And then she is talking to Eugene. You know how Toya be talking. Toya, if you always wondered, if you ever wondered if Toya had respect for her husband, she tried to son her husband and talk to her husband like she be talking to them kids. And then Eugene said, uh-uh, uh-uh, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down. Okay. All right. And we quickly got off of this scene. And then she says, well, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The girls, they're just putting me through so much stress. It's just so much for me. They're putting me through so much stress. And they're not being nice to me. I'm like, oh, hell, Toya. And it's like, she had a way of putting that to her husband. And all of them do it now. Every last one of them do it. They all have a way of putting stuff to their husband. So it can seem like, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what they did. This is what they did. This is what they did. This is what I did. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. And I'm like, and then she told him, you just stressed. And I'm like, okay. 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 Now, oh, for you. The girls asked, did you need anything? Several times they asked you, what did you need? Did you need me to help you with anything? And Toya met the ladies with nothing. And then they wanted to know what is the purpose for, this trip? What is our purpose and what is our position? What is our role? And what was expected? And she did not have a damn answer. I'm like, oh Lord have mercy. And then Brandy asked multiple times, Brandy, Angel, and Mimi asked multiple times. So hang it up, Toya. That's some bullshit. Bullshit, 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 Toya, okay? You ain't fooling no goddamn body but your goddamn self. Because I'm like, Eugene, you know damn well how your wife is. So you really think that she telling the truth about that? And how, and then Eugene said, and how they felt were left with, you know what? So it's just a situation of the ladies are feeling the newbies now. They are saying that how they are felt and they felt like they are left out as newbies. And it is called delegating, toy. Do you know what that word mean? Do you really know what delegating mean? You need to know. And then so she has Eugene saying that it is sabotage. And he only said that if they don't do nothing, then say, I'm just gonna tell him shut the fuck up because you listening, excuse me, you listening to your wife. And you know how your wife is. You know how your wife treats you, Eugene. Okay. Now stop the cap, Eugene. She tells her husband that she is being met with negativity. And I'm like, she a damn lie. If anything being met with some negativity is definitely not her. Okay. She meet them with negativity. And she needs to understand and that she has to put in as well. And I'm like, Toya finally told them that any money that you put in, it will be going to scholarships. Hmm. Gracefully next, y'all. Hmm. And Simone and Cecil decide that they are going to have dinner with their family. And she wants to apologize to the boys about how bad things got with them. And I just feel like she just needs to apologize for raising her voice. That's all. And then you need to set boundaries. And Michael apologizes for, cursing in front of her. And I'm like, very out of order still. Oh, period. And Michael says that he wants to do better. And he said he wants to be able to just finish school. And he wants to, excuse me, y'all, he wants to help her out. I'm like, uh-huh. And Cecil apologizes and gives his mom, Cecil apologizes to Simone, excuse me. And then Michael gives his mom a huge hug, gracefully next. Oh, goodness. They was doing too much. And then Meg Gala Art Contessa said that she wanted to have her butt cheeks out, and Toya says that they sold 10,000 tickets. It's Met Gala time too, y'all. By the way, it's Met Gala time, and Toya says that they sold 10,000 tickets. 10,000. Okay, they sold 10,000 in tickets. Just 1070. Okay, they raised $10,000 in tickets. They was confusing me. Hell, they raised $10,000 in tickets, and then meaning my little math. Okay, it says just 70 tickets were sold. Right, Toya Simone and Jackie, Heavenly and Quad, they all donated $2,500. They spent so much in scholarships. And then Angel and Brandy, they purchased a ticket, and Dr. Mimi and Steve didn't purchase a ticket. Excuse me. That's the whole hold up. They didn't purchase shit. Okay. I think now, my thinking and my thoughts, I think that both Eugene and Toya were thinking everyone was going to, purchase a ticket. For 150 to get into, 100, yeah, 150 to get in the door, right? At the event. And I also think that they were feeling some kind of way instead of calling Steve and Mimi. That was very, very tacky because they could have easily just called them and just explained everything to them, right? And then they had plenty of time, like I said, to call them. Contessa says that they did not get the address to the event. And I'm like, Contessa, shut the hell up, girl. And it's like all of them play a part in this tacky ass mess. And Contessa talking about she didn't get an address and shit like that. I'm like, girl, gracefully next, shut the hell up. And it is, like I said, it is officially event time. It was event time anyway, but now it's really officially event time. They were supposed to be walking hard. Now, keep in mind, and Dr. Simone arrived in her yellow dress, and Toya told everybody. She told Toya that it looks great. The event, it looks great, and it was a lot of space, a lot of little blank spaces and stuff like that, just empty spaces and stuff like that. But art on display. hmm And Dr. Mimi and Steve were at the door, And also, they were held up at the door too. You know what I'm saying? And then they said, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to be all hood, but they said they were guests of Dr. Jack. And I'm like, is that what they said last goddamn time? Because it seemed like they trying to do a huge, huge cop out, okay? And then Eugene comes to the door and says that the ticket is $150. And Steve said that they paid the $5,000 last time. And then and he told Steve that unless that was last year and this is this year. And Steve wants to know, would you rather the 300 for the ticket, right? Or would you rather a large donation? And it's like, where is the large donation, Steve? Oh Lord. And I'm like, Steve, why the hell did you even say anything? Okay. And Steve, a mess. He's still at the door. And I don't understand at all. And Heavenly arrives. Some of the ladies are saying that Simone is dressed normally and all this stuff and trying to, talk about her little cute yellow dress. And at the end of the day, everyone dressed normal. It wasn't no thing or no nothing. And Steve pulled Eugene to the side about that $150. And I'm like, God damn, y'all gonna keep bringing that? Okay, so, but let's bring it on. And I just feel that they should have paid the $150 total 300 to avoid confusion. But Eugene isn't understanding the confusion because as far as he is concerned, Toya tried to talk about this in Jamaica with them, and she did not. Okay, that's what he thought. She didn't ever let him know that she did not. Okay, but Toya, but did Toya address, the money in the group chat? Is still a mystery. I guess we gonna see. Cause this is the last episode. Next episode is the reunion. Okay. And Toya comes over saying that Steve, you feel single out, huh? And also that you going to buy the pieces, but Toya tells Steve that you didn't buy. Hold on. Cause she tells Steve that pretty much that you didn't even buy, the ticket and you gotta pay to come in. But she asking him, is he gonna buy the art? All right. Cause Steve the one who sat there and said that he'll buy the art. And I let him, I'm like, you gotta, if you're gonna buy the art, you're gonna have to come in and you're gonna have to pay. Okay. And yes, she was wrong. It was so much misunderstanding, but at the end of the day, well, I'm thinking and what I'm feeling because they done set up the Steven sat up there and said that they was guests of Dr. Jackie. Right. And I'm like, is that how I got in last time? I mean, he just trying to be a cheapskate seem like to me. That's how I called it. And that's how I took it. Okay. All right. So hell. And Toya comes over and she said pretty much that he gonna have to pay. And he said that he ain't paying and all this and this and that. And then Dr. Mimi comes over and says, well, that Brandy didn't buy a ticket. And then Toya cut her off and she said her husband bought her ticket today. Then Toya says that Simone bought 10 tickets. And then Curtis finally bring his raggedy ass up in there. And he gonna address King and say, well, if I offended you, I apologize. If I offended you, I apologize. I said, okay. Oh boy, I can't stand Curtis. Boy, bye. Get out of here. Gracefully next. Toya and Jackie, they present the scholarship to the recipients. And we have Brittany and Morgan. They each get $5,000 to go to their medical tuition. And I feel like more could have been given, but who am I to say? I ain't in the medical field, okay? I just work in the call center or the phones trying to help people get to their medical appointments. That's appointments. That's all I do. I'm not an actual nurse or a doctor or anybody or a surgeon. So that's all I can say. But they both thank them and are very appreciative. And Heavenly comes over and she says, "Oh, Toya, you did such a great job." And I just knew she was gonna come with so much angst and she was gonna be so rude and all this and this and that. And she didn't. She said Toya really did a good job. I'm like, "Mhm." And then we get to the last portion. Michael said to his mom, I noticed that you didn't give a certain person say hello to a certain person." Then he says he gives his mom dap. I was like, oh Lord. But it was a great season to me. And that this is the end. And gracefully next, I love Brandy and I love Angel. I love Contessa also. I think everybody was good in their own right on this show. And I will say, if y'all wanted me to rate this show, because being it is one of my favorite shows, I'm not gonna give it a perfect 10. I'm gonna give it a 6. And the reason why I'm gonna give it a 6 is because I would have gave it a perfect 10, but if they wouldn't have spent so much time overseas on their cash trips. But that was all, y'all. And I want y'all to do what the thing says. I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to my Jazzy to become a Jazzy fam member. And that was Married to Medicine, season 12, episode 14, finale. Bye, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed day. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. Bye.